Have you ever noticed how some leaders never raise their voice, yet no one questions their direction? They don't dominate conversations, they don't interrupt, they don't over-explain. And still, when they speak, the room adjusts. How leaders command. Without raising their voice is less about authority and more about signal coherence. In social systems, volume is often mistaken for control, but loudness usually compensates for instability. True command appears when tone, posture, and pacing remain aligned under pressure. What you feel internally when challenged often determines whether your words carry weight. A disagreement arises, a delay in response appears, a subtle pushback lands. If your reaction accelerates, faster speech, sharper tone, defensive explanation, the system detects strain. Leaders who command without raising their voice display minimal visible contraction. Their breathing steadies, their pace remains measured, their words arrive without urgency. This steadiness communicates that their position does not depend on immediate validation. The room responds to that independence. Often this isn't about charisma, it's about containment. When someone contains emotional shifts instead of broadcasting them, uncertainty decreases. Groups gravitate toward signals that reduce volatility. Notice how interruptions behave around calm authority. They soften, they shorten. People hesitate before overlapping, not because they are instructed to, but because the signal feels anchored. Command without force relies on consistency. If tone fluctuates with pressure, perceived authority fluctuates as well. If tone remains even despite challenge, positional weight accumulates. The mechanism is subtle. Humans constantly scan for cues of internal regulation. The person who appears least destabilized by disagreement appears most secure in their standing. Watch what changes when response speed slows slightly under tension. When eye contact holds instead of darting. When silence follows a statement without apology. The interaction often reorganizes. Leadership presence does not require domination. It requires visible self-containment. Raising your voice can create compliance. Lowering reactivity creates alignment. And once you recognize that command is inferred from stability rather than volume, hierarchy begins to make more sense. Authority is often quieter than it appears.